requirement to get to heaven? Perfection. But ain't nobody perfect. Jesus died so we can get to heaven. Cause he thought we was worth it. So check it, B, they hung him high, stretched him wide. Then he hung his head low. Yeah, then he died, but he's alive. And he got me on go. The devil at me, y'all. He thinking I'ma fall off. I'm on a job, no off days, no call-offs. And I don't need a gangster grill like Paul Wall. Christ driving, I got shotgun, a sawed off. So I'm paws off, and he's driving me, provides for me. I'm the master, it's like a high degree. Stuck to him like a twin. Siamese, this ain't talk. I got evidence like a crime scene. Like how I used to walk around blind. He gave me clear eyes when I dropped, no Visine. Gave life to a pipe dream. I was bamboozled since them school days, that's Spike Lee. Thought I need to hit the block to get my chips up. All I got was Antetokounmpo, a quick buck. Spinning wheels going nowhere like the whip stuck. Till I surrendered, hands in the air like a stick up. One requirement to get to heaven, perfection. But ain't nobody perfect. Jesus died so we can get to heaven. Cause he thought we was worth it. So check it, B, they hung him high, stretched him wide. Then he hung his head low. Then he died, but he's alive. And he got me on go. Seems I can't go a day without me falling short. I'm still here chasing a Potter. Call me Voldemort. And you can hop up on this train, calling all aboard a soldier like I'm in the army now. Pauly Shore. Now before you think I made it, got the devil beat, never beef, touched by an angel. Della Reese, I still struggle with temptations that'll never cease. But on the other side is a crown, like a checkers piece. Let me think, yeah, it's only by his grace though. Same hope leaves the 9-9 like Raymond Hope. Holds me above water till I stay afloat. The teacher singing lean on me, that's crazy Joe. He even sent grace and mercy to chase us, overtake us, cover your head like a lace front. And they're new, every day we wake up and all my enemies get to watch like a shake-up. One requirement to get to heaven, perfection. But ain't nobody perfect. Jesus died so we can get to heaven. Cause he thought we was worth it. So check it, B, they hung him high, stretched him wide. Then he hung his head low. Yeah, then he died, but he's alive. And he got me on go. Got into trouble trying to seek a bae. Lost my heart, a diamond in the club like Lisa Ray. Them Saturday nights live, no Tina Fey. But I ain't going out like Stevie J. I'ma keep the faith, just being safe, cause the devil gets a makeover. The same way Jay-Z becomes Jehovah. I'm hitting under his wing until the rains. Put it plain, Jesus too fly with no layover. Game's over, I don't care about who's next up. There's no tie up, he's got me suited. I ain't dressed up. I swear you better step aside before I step up. Come here, let's have a heart-to-heart, like a chest bump. Cause when I bless up, you know what's coming next. Favor and some Air Force Ones, that's a couple checks. But if you with the adversary and you wanna wreck, I'm like a flip-o chain. All that you bust his neck. One requirement to get to heaven, perfection. But ain't nobody perfect. Jesus died so we can get to heaven. Cause he thought we was worth it. So check it, B, they hung him high, stretched him wide. Then he hung his head low. Yeah, then he died, but he's alive. And he got me on go.
Let's go, Lord, you heal me and you made me whole, yeah, yeah. Call me out the dark and save my soul, yeah, yeah. Made me new and took away the old, yeah, yeah. You ain't stopped till every single chain was broke. I'm really living, tell them if it ain't about God, good riddance. I'm with the real, I ain't with the religion. Nothing but Jesus will get you forgiven, amen. You deserve the glory, I'ma let them know, yeah. Lord, you heal me and you made me whole. Let me testify. I hope somebody gets satisfied, and I bet that the Lord will get all of the glory up out of my story. I ain't never shy, man. I've been what they said he could never forgive. He opened the door and he welcomed me in. Let it be known if he did it for me. No doubt in my mind he could do it for them. So bet I'ma tell it, ain't about to be quiet. Whether it's a revival or riot, that's the one that called me at my lowest and lifted me up. Now I'm serving the highest. Made me to be in his image and likeness. Tell me why would I settle for less? If I got eternal life in Christ, why would I settle for debt? Paid in full, yeah, he covered the debt. Where would I be if it wasn't for Jesus? I got a praise bubbling up in my soul and I gotta release it. I don't know about the other 9. All I know is I'ma glorify him. I'm declaring what he did for me. I don't see him through no other eyes. soul, yeah, yeah. Made me new and took away the old, yeah, yeah. You ain't stopped till every single chain was broke. I'm really living, tell them if it ain't about God, good riddance. I'm with the real, I ain't with the religion. Nothing but Jesus will get you forgiven, amen. You deserve the glory, I'ma let them know, yeah. Lord, you heal me and you made me whole.
I'm with religion, I'm in the mirror trying to check my intentions. I do not focus on blemish, I know the one that I face. Running this race, though it is finished. The scroll for the fitness, stand for the kingdom. Standing on business, all for the kingdom, not for the riches. I got some brothers that stuck in the trenches. I got some brothers riding the fences. Only a 10, you get attention. Say amen, but just man pretending. Jesus high ascended, and then pure no blend, began to mend it. Jesus made me whole. Jesus saved my soul, he really took away the old. And you gon' get the glory, God, he made a way. Drew me in close, when they pushed me away. I cried out and you heard my cry. When you hear my shout, I'ma never be shy.
Lord, you healed me and you made me whole, yeah, yeah. Call me out the dark and save my soul, yeah, yeah. Made me new and took away the old, yeah, yeah. You ain't stopped till every single chain was broke. I'm really living, tell them if it ain't about God, good riddance. I'm with the real, I ain't with the religion. Nothing but Jesus will get you forgiven, amen. You deserve the glory, I'ma let them know, let them know. Lord, you healed me and you made me whole.
Everything husky.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a brand new day, never hold on to hate. Cause you was placed here to be great. Please take your place. All queens got a seat at my table. Cause without y'all, then the man ain't able. Melanated queen, connected to the universe. And so I gotta thank my mom for my birth. If hate is the curse, then love is the remedy. So I send you love no matter creed or identity. Until infinity, look at you like you kin to me. Even when we disagree, yo, you still kin to me. In other words, I can't bring you no trouble. Can't bring you no beef. Don't wanna see you deceased. Now if I'm coming at you, I'm coming with a business plan. Cause every day I'm on some, yo, let's get this money, man. Yeah, and that's my real plans. I rest my head at night, I wake up, I got another plan.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on. It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to dream next thing tomorrow's here.
It's a lot of high rappers tell me why we don't get money together, but we'll kill each other over whatever. Running down the freeway, we gonna own down. If Black Lives Matter, why we gonna own down? That's why they laugh and they think that we clowns. They hear what we say, but see how we get down. We gotta change that now, right now to be exact. Cause hurting that man's moms is not where it's at now. Old school, new school, need to learn, yo. They put us in groups so they can make more dough. The young versus the old versus the young. Black versus white, you see the pattern, right? No unity, keep them all on some gutter-ish. This way they don't prosper and get rich. Yo, can't you see it's a trick? Just open your third eye and you'll see the full view of it. Now yo, what if the powers that be know that the real power lies within the people? That's us. And what if they using things like crayon colors, black and white, to separate the people? Hey, yo, you gotta wake up. Don't let them fool y'all. Spread love.
Good morning, it's another day, my friend. But soon the sunshine turns to moonlight, life goes on.
Oh yeah, we're back in the building, y'all.
It takes some time to say goodnight. You close your eyes to
Y'all know what to do.
dream next thing tomorrow's.
Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. We're about to get into it. We are back in the building. back at it for another Music Morning Show. Let me make sure we're good back here. I know I'm a little bit rusty, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. It's so good to be back, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Let's go ahead and get into it. And shout out to the Bishop for kicking off the show the right way. There we go. Looking all crispy and clean on the screen. Let me go ahead and move this over here real quick. Got him. All right, y'all. We are back at it. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the Music Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE Beats of ClassEbeats.com, and today we got a lot of topics we're going to cover. Happy to get back into it. I know we took a little bit of a break last week, but I appreciate everybody who's in here and rocking with the show, man. It's good to see all of y'all this morning. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend. I know I did, man. We were doing a lot of traveling last week. Spent some time with family down in Florida, and wow, that trip was absolutely amazing. Got across or check a lot of things off of the bucket list. Got to have a good time with the kids and with the loved ones. Got to celebrate a birthday while we were down there too. So, man, amazing trip, man. But it's good to be back. It's good to be back. I miss y'all. I miss being with you guys here every morning, covering some of the stuff that's going on in the music community. Some of the new things that are happening, some of the wild and crazy stories that have been going on as well. I know y'all have heard some of them, and we're going to get into it today. All right, so before we get into it, I do have a couple of announcements I want to make while y'all are in here. We've got a couple of changes we're going to make this week. Of course, we've got the Song of the Night live tonight, but we're adding a new show to the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. It's a little bit of a mix-up of a show that we were doing in the past, but we'll get into it here in a second. Shout out to Six Lenses in the building. He says, oh, he's starting already. He says, good kid, Mad City Van. Pop the latch and let the door slide. Oh, man. Oh, man. Drake is out here. We're going to talk about Drake today. Drake had some things going on. I want to get y'all's take on it and hear what your thoughts and opinions are. But of course, we've got to get into our announcements real quick. Y'all know what time it is. It is Monday, which means, as always, we do not miss tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have another episode of the Song of the Night Live. Let me scoot up. We're going to be giving away $100, brand new Shure 55 SH microphone, and 2 door prizes tonight. All right. So make sure y'all tune into the show, especially if you want to get your music heard. You'll have an opportunity to get your music heard, get a chance to win, and you want to, you want to make sure that you invite your family, your friends, and your fans to the show, because they will be voting and deciding where your song ranks on the top 20 charts that we'll be posting on Wednesday before the Versus Challenge there. Okay. So make sure you make sure you invite everyone, tell them to come out to the show and support your music too. All right, here's everybody who's in the tournament. There are only 3 spots left in the tournament. One of those 3 spots we will be giving away on Wednesday. So if you want a chance to win again, make sure you enter your music tonight. Shout out to everyone who's in the tournament so far. We've got Mr. Nick Flanagan, Lanisha Houston, Greg Dose, Lily, Dizzy Days, Hollywood Coast, Sizzy Too Hard, Puma Red, Javier LaFleur, King Creole, and then most recently, last Wednesday, Smoking the One claimed his spot in the season 8 tournament. All right. Interesting enough, this Wednesday during the Versus Challenge, we actually have someone who's going to be competing in the Versus Challenge their second time. Now, that doesn't mean that they'll get a second spot in the tournament. What's going to happen is Hollywood Co is going to be competing in the Versus. If he wins the Versus on Wednesday, he is actually going to get an opportunity to give away that spot to another artist to get into the tournament. So we'll see what happens there. It's going to be a crazy competition. I know we've got Dizzy Days in there as well. So it's going to be a good one for sure, because she's already in the tournament as well. So a couple people competing for the second time. It's amazing that they're both doing it in the same week, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Now, before we move on, I do have a big announcement. We've got a brand new show that we're introducing to the community. It's a little bit of a remix of the show. I know we changed up the content that we were doing here on the Music Morning Show to where we're focusing more on music news and music inside interviews and things like that. But we are introducing the brand new live mixing and mastering, live music reviews, right here on the ClassE Beats YouTube channel. This show is going to take place every Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, I'm going to try out a couple of different times. I'm going to try it earlier and see if you guys like that better. Tomorrow, we're going to do it at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll actually do some live mixing and mastering in BandLab. You guys can get some more in-depth reviews on your music, and you'll get an opportunity to get your song critiqued a little bit more than you would on the Song of the Night Live. So the good thing about this show is on the Song of the Night Live, you guys know I like to get as many songs played there as possible. So I really don't spend too much time actually talking about some of the changes that can be made on that show because it's more of a competition. But if you want more in-depth reviews, we're going to be doing this show twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all tune in. It's going to be a good time. We had to bring back the music reviews because I know y'all were asking for it. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, I think that's pretty much all the announcements I had. Again, shout out to everybody who's in here. I see Aiden Kelly's in the building as well. What's up, Aiden, man? He said squad. Good to see you, brother. Hopefully you're doing well. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. I know we've got a bunch of topics that we have to get into. Some of them are very interesting, as y'all might not know about or might not be aware of, that are even going on. Some I'm sure you've heard of. The first one I know y'all heard about, so let's go ahead and get into it. But before we get started, one quick reminder: if y'all could, make sure you like the video on your way in. Not only is it free, but it does help the show continue to grow. It lets the algorithm know you guys are enjoying the show, and it shares it with more people. All right, let's go ahead and get this first one up here. Aiden had one more thing. He said, I'm getting ready to drop. I got ish for y'all. Hollywood Co's in here. He said we back. Yeah, you know what it is, Hollywood Co. Good to see you, man. Hopefully all of y'all are doing well. Let me know in the chat what y'all did over the weekend too. I'll definitely be interested to hear what y'all got going on. Let me get this. All right. I need to mute this. Y'all give me 1 second. And then I'll make that announcement in case y'all missed it earlier too. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. So recently, in light of everything that's been going on with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it's looking like Drake is finally closing this chapter of his music career with Kendrick Lamar and ending the beef officially. All right, Hip Hop DX put together a great video kind of explaining some of the things that are going on. We're going to review this and then I'll give my thoughts on it here in a second.
So Drake issued a cryptic message after deleting his Kendrick Lamar diss songs from his Instagram. What's up, it's Asia Sky for Hip Hop DX, and check this out.
Shout out
the
to
Canadian
Asia.
Superstar quietly removed diss songs such as Push Ups, Family Matters, and The Heart Part 6 from the social media platform on Wednesday, June 5th, before writing a vague post. Alongside pictures of himself at his Toronto mansion, which has been targeted by trespassers recently, Drake wrote, "The only yes man around me is my Rolex dealer." Now, it's possible that the post was in response to some of the claims made about Drake's OVO crew by Kendrick, who alleged on his own diss songs that there's a mole in Drake's camp along with numerous sex offenders. Drake's decision to remove his diss songs from social media was met with criticism from fans, and many called him a hypocrite after he previously challenged Kendrick to follow through in their feud. One user posted a screenshot from Drake's tailor-made freestyle where he rapped,
You tryna let this shit die down? Nah, not this time, nigga. You following through.
This line.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of things that went on. I think that led up to that. Obviously, Drake's security guard being shot, and then a lot of the allegations that were being brought against him just weren't great for the brand. So I get it, man. You gotta relax on that $400 million brand. $500,000 brand.
This line has officially aged the worst throughout the entire beef, said the user. Another person wrote, IMO, Drake's best time in this beef was that little moment between push-ups and TaylorMade when everyone assumed K-Dot wasn't responding.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Do y'all agree with that statement? Let me know. I think when it comes to his best moment, I think his best moment was him saying and kind of showing, because we haven't heard anything else from him, that he played Kendrick and made him believe that he had a daughter when he didn't. But that got overshadowed, as we know, in the Heart Part 6. So I don't know. Maybe they're right. We'll see.
I think once he realized Kendrick was ready to burn all bridges just to beat him, it wasn't fun anymore. LMAO, the way his tone shifted was nuts. Drake is believed to have moved on from the beef and conceded defeat to Kendrick following the release of The Heart Part 6, which was widely criticized by fans and critics for its tone and content. So what are your thoughts on Drake deleting his Kendrick Lamar disses from his social media? And do you think Drake is officially done with the Kendrick back and forth? Go ahead and let us know in the comments section.
All right, shout out to Hip Hop DX. I do not personally think Drake is done, but I want y'all to let me know in the comments and in the chat. Was that a weak move by Drake? Should he have just left it up, left it a part of his story? I don't know. That's a tough one. But I personally don't think this is over. Drake, as he's shown, he has too much of an ego to just let some of the things that happened during this beef slide. Kendrick got him in the end with Not Like Us, I think, and took home the win. But if Drake has shown us anything, is that he's not going to back down from a fight, which I think is respectable. And even though he may have taken the L, yeah, this isn't the end. But let's read this article by Hip Hop DX. They go a little bit more into detail where they talk about what happened with Drake taking down his music. It says Drake issues a cryptic message after deleting Kendrick Lamar diss songs from Instagram. Drake has posted a cryptic message online after deleting all of his Kendrick Lamar diss tracks from Instagram. The Canadian superstar quietly removed diss songs such as Push Ups, Family Matters, and The Heart Part 6 from social media platform on Wednesday last week before writing a vague post alongside a picture of himself at his mansion, which was targeted by trespassers. We just heard that in the video. It's possible that the post was a response to some of the claims he made, or some of the claims made about his OVO crew by Kendrick, who alleged on his own diss songs that there's a mole in Drizzy's camp along with numerous offenders. All right. And this is what Drake said. He said, the only yes man around me is my Rolex. And he's gone to post things after that too, which have been interesting. He posted something, I probably should just go and find it, where he talks about a goat. What did he say in this post? Drake says, goats don't worry about one-trick ponies. Yeah, we got to move on. Like, these little captions are getting old. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely, in my opinion, a shot at Kendrick saying, all right, man, where do you go from here? Obviously, I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep winning. We looked at the charts. His music is starting to dip a little bit. So a lot of that can be credited to the fact that he was going after Drake in this. And a lot of people they can't stand Drake, or they can't stand some of the moves that he's making. So I don't know. But this whole caption is just, this caption game's getting old. Then he posted these clips of people responding to what Drake said. Also says, attempting to rebut Kendrick's infamous A minor taunt on Not Like Us, he spat, you mentioned an A minor, but Ninja's got to be sharp and tell the fans, who was it? You thought you left D flat, D major. You know what? With the razor. That was a dope line, I thought too. He then made reference to K-Dot's fiance Whitney and actress Millie Bobby Brown, who he has been friends with since she was a teen. Only effing with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Brown's. I never looked twice at no teenager. Well, we all know. Not the cap. That's technically not true. And we've all seen the videos in the past. So yeah, Drake, I'm not gonna lie. This is not a great look for him. It's Kendrick hasn't spoken about Drake. And honestly, even throughout this whole beef, Drake has thrown allegations out there, and Kendrick's almost been ignoring him and talking about everybody around Drake except Drake. He talked about the people out his house. He talked to his mom. He talked to his dad. He talked to Adonis, his son. He's been talking around Drake, and really the only time he directly addressed him was in Not Like Us, to where he's talking about Drake being well, y'all know the words. So at the end of the day, when it comes to career, Drake is going to be Drake. Kendrick's going to be Kendrick. I believe in that. But y'all will have to let me know in this specific instance, was this a bad look for Drake? Should he have just left it up and taken the L? Or should he continue to post these captions and talk about Kendrick being a one-trick pony? Yeah, I don't know. Y'all have to let me know what you think in the chat. Let's see. Six Lenses says, he said in the beef He said in the beef, in one of his lines, he lost perspective on rap beef. That is true. He definitely did say that. I don't know though. It's because Drake, he didn't keep everything clean either. It's not like Drake was just, he brought up Whitney. You can't do that and then be like, oh man, I thought we were just, talking about. No. Once you go after people's family, and Kendrick mentioned that, it's over from there. Like the gloves are off. Hollywood Co said Drake took the W. Do y'all think so? I know Six Lenses does. I think from a career standpoint, they both won because Drake he's going to continue to win. And he's also going to be able to say the only reason Kendrick reached these heights was because he was talking about Drake. Then you've got Kendrick on the other side. He's benefiting from this. He's doing the numbers. He's got some new fans from this. He revitalized hip hop culture. So from a career standpoint, I think they definitely both won. When it comes to the actual battle, you just have to give it to Kendrick based on the last round and the Heart Part 6, because the Heart Part 6 was clearly a defensive track. I wish he had just spent less time on the defensive and trying to protect his brand and more of it focused on the actual battle, which I think could have been beneficial because there was so much ammo that Drake had that he didn't use because the Heart Part 6 was so defensive. Hollywood Co said, how you see that? I deleted it. Man, I can see everything. I can see all the deleted comments, so nobody is safe. All right. So yeah, if y'all type something in the chat, it's there for me forever. Shout out to Aiden Kelly. He said, finalize the new video, finalize and register my project on DistroKid. Set up another music video and setting up the release date. Okay. We got new music out there. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on. Ugh. All right, shout out to Aiden Kelly in the building, man. Getting it done. I love it. That's dope, man. You have to let us know when the release date is, because that's exciting. That's exciting for sure. All right, let me double check and make sure I didn't miss anybody, and then we'll get into our next topic. Let me see here. Aiden said, setting the summer on fire, deluxe in the fall. Okay, I see you. Y'all look out for Aiden Kelly, July 5th. That's going to be dope, man. Yeah, that's going to be dope. Definitely looking forward to that. And that's actually, obviously it's after the 4th of July, but the Song of the Night Live tournament is on July 3rd. So it's going to be a crazy week. Six Lenses says, I'll say Drake lost only because there is no way he can win. Hip hop fans hate him. He will never win the majority of them over. I don't think all hip hop fans hate him. I think hip hop culture hates him. And I've explained to y'all tons of times the difference that I see between hip hop fans and hip hop culture. I don't think you could say Drake lost only because there was no way he could win. I think there was no way he could win in hip hop culture's eyes. But if Drake made a Not Like Us out of this entire beef, then that would have been seen as a win for him, in my opinion. But if you're looking at it just from a battle, beef, back and forth standpoint, yeah, Kendrick he got him on that last round. With Not Like Us versus the Heart Part 6, it's not even debate. So I see what you're saying. I kind of said that at the beginning, that there was really no way Drake was going to win in the eyes of the hip hop culture because he's just not going to be seen as that guy. He's too versatile. He doesn't even fit the look. He's not from the US. There's just so many things hip hop culture wise that wouldn't be accepted about him. So yeah, I hear you. Shout out to Bags Williams up in here. Good to see you, man. He says, "ClassE, are you doing plays this morning?" No, but in case y'all missed it, we are introducing a brand new show tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11:30, or I'm sorry, not at 11:30. Tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have a show every Tuesday and Thursday completely dedicated to BandLab, just music reviews in general, mixing and mastering in BandLab. And we're going to do that at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if y'all want that more in-depth music reviews like we did during the Music Morning Show in the past, that's now going to be moved to Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:30 p.m. So if you're wanting your music played then, make sure you tune in. We'll probably be in there for an hour and a half or so doing music reviews. So make sure you stop by. You can also go and subscribe to the BandLab Engineer channel because that's where the replay will be available as well. And we'll be mainly streaming there. So I'll give y'all more information on that tomorrow. Aiden said Drake lost in the cultural sense, but he'll forever have a hand on the game. Yeah, Drake can't. He's done when it comes to hip hop culture. He's been done for a while. I don't think hip hop culture was ever going to accept him. It's hard. I think it's difficult to be accepted by hip hop culture. Because when I think of hip hop culture, I think of hip hop purists. I think of mainly hip hop artists. And a lot of hip hop culture is hip hop artists. So there can be a lot of strife. There can be a lot of uncertainty and back and forth there when it comes to deciding who's a part of hip hop culture, who's at the top. But when it comes to being in, like Drake's just, yeah, Drake wasn't going to be that guy. And I think you could kind of see that from the beginning. Hollywood Co said, "I just think he underestimated Kenny and got hit with a back-to-back type hit like he did Meek." Maybe. I truly believe, Hollywood Co, that if Drake's security guard hadn't had what happened to him, that this would have kept going. But I also think that there were other powers that be that kind of pulled things back too, especially with Not Like Us just going so viral. I mean, that's not the thing you want your $400 million guy being known for. So they'll let it die down. Maybe they'll go back at it again. Drake will continue to, I don't know, take sneak disses and shots, but yeah, I don't think Drake underestimated him because Drake's been planning this for a long time. They both have. Bag Williams says, "Thank you, my boy. I would have never knew it." Yep. Yeah, we'll be announcing it too. Smoking the Ones in the building. What's up, man? Hey, Kelly said, "You got to be an MC to be accepted, bar for bar, pound per pound." Yeah, Drake just wasn't that guy. Bags Williams says, "I just see him as an employee / artist, not an icon." Are you talking about Drake? If you're talking about Drake, man, I think that's disrespectful. He's clearly talented. And even in hip hop culture, he is respected up until recently. I mean, you have people, there's clips you can find out there. Rick Ross giving praise to Drake for what he's done. Kanye giving praise to Drake for what he's done. I mean, Ye being one of the hip hop culture dudes. A ton of other people out there. So it's just, yeah, there's a lot going on there. He says Kendrick was definitely an icon. Six Lenses says, "Can Kendrick keep his numbers outside this beef? Is the true question to ask." No. And the reason I don't think so is because he is the hip hop culture guy. Hip hop culture is not about the numbers. It's about the music. It's about the message. It's about the lifestyle. So that's not Kendrick's thing. That's never been his thing. And I don't think that's something he was kind of running on when it comes to the president of hip hop culture. So no, he's not. Kendrick's not the numbers guy, and he will never. I don't think he'll ever beat Drake at numbers because Drake's just too versatile. He's got too big of a catalog. Kendrick would, yeah, that wasn't Kendrick's game. His game was to beat Drake doing what he did. And honestly, if you look at it, I mentioned this before, I don't know that that Kendrick really killed Drake from a lyrical standpoint, but not like us just anything that happened before that wasn't questioned, not like us just kind of blew things out of proportion. So Smoking the One says Kendrick is the new gen Pac. Drake is the new gen Drake. Can't compare Drake to anyone. Ooh, that's well put. Because if you think about what Smokey is saying, hip hop culture hasn't really changed that much since it's been invented. Hip hop as a genre has completely changed, and that's where Drake is, right? So I agree 100%. Kendrick Lamar is definitely the new. He's that face of hip hop, of out the mud, lyrical type dude. Which I don't know. I guess some people would probably argue Biggie, and then Drake is Drake is the face of hip hop as a whole. I mean, some people might not like that, but right now, when you think of hip hop, people think of Drake. Unless you're like a in the deep hip hop culture person, then you're probably thinking of, I don't know, some people are going to say Andre 3000. I don't know. But that's a great point by Smoking the One. And he said, I'm finna break my fingers after taking up for BBL Drizzy. Nah, you're making a great point. And Hollywood Co said, you can kind of compare Drake to Jay-Z. No, he said, no, Jay never went pop. Yeah, Michael Jackson is the most recent thing we can compare Drake to. I mean, if he continues going at this trajectory, I mean, he's going to be, someone mentioned icon earlier. Drake is an icon, whether you like it or not. You want to say he's a hip hop icon? I don't know. Six Lenses says, why would you want fans that will lapse like that? Your message can't keep people. Well, I think it can. He's talking about Kendrick. You can. It's just that the hip hop purist culture that's going to be the diehard Kendrick fans is just such a small part of what hip hop is now, just because that's changed. So I think that has a big part of why Kendrick's not going to be the numbers guy, because of what he does. It's not something that's going to be popular just in hip hop, where hip hop is now. Back, if you had taken Kendrick back 30, 40 years ago, or we'll say 30 years ago, I mean, he would have been killing it. He would have been absolutely killing it, and he would have been up there with some of the greats. Now it's just that portion of hip hop, that purist hip hop part of culture is just, it's so small. I think it's going to be hard for him to win in that way. And also, a lot of the people that were supporting him were Drake haters too. Let's just be real. Especially during this beat. Bags says, most deaths an artist. I won't take that from him. Plus, I know more Drake songs than my own catalog. Kendrick just gotta. Drake is gutta. Drake is butter. Hollywood Co said, times that by my influence on pop culture. Business Drake, not even close. Pop icon. Yeah. He got to buy the Raptors. That would be crazy. Bag Williams says, you just made me mad. Icon my ass. To say Drake is not an icon is crazy. Yeah, I don't even. Everybody knows who Drake is. There's a very small amount of people who know who Kendrick Lamar is. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, I don't know. Kendrick never wanted to be the numbers guy, just respected and remembered. He stated this multiple times. Six Lenses says, MJ is just the master. No way Drake can come close. No, but Drake is the closest thing we have. It's either Drake or Taylor Swift. The only reason it won't be Taylor Swift is because Taylor Swift won't have the ability to have the public support of hip hop. Michael Jackson, he had that. Drake, he has that. And he'll have a large majority of the support of most hip hop. Bags Williams says A minor can't be my icon. It's yeah, that's not what an icon is. Here we go. And then we're going to move on to the next subject. Let's see. Icon, a person or thing regarded as a representative or a symbol or as a worthy veneration. Oh gosh, man, this is a terrible definition. See, a painting of, no, that's not the one I was looking for. Let's just try music icon. Yeah, I don't know what veneration means. An icon, let's see. This is by Pulse Music, so I don't know. It's not really a definition. An icon, on the other hand, is all about success and representing more than just the artist's work. Yeah, I mean, when you can transcend music like Drake has, it's just Drake is so much more than music right now. Kendrick Lamar, he's just a great lyricist when it comes to that. Yeah, I don't know what drummer said veneration. What? I don't know what that means either. Kenny is an icon for me personally though. Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, he ain't like that. Smoking the One says Britney Spears was an icon. Six Lenses said look up Culture Vulture. Drake's not a culture vulture. Y'all want to look that up too? All right, then we got to move. Oh, culture. Culture vulture. Dictionary.com. Here we go. A person with an excessive or pretentious interest in the arts. What? Boy, these definitions are garbage. What? A person with an excessive or pretentious interest in the arts. Yeah, that's terrible. Who wrote this? Even in the Cambridge.org dictionary, it says someone who is very interested in music, art, and theater. Anyway, we all know what a culture vulture is. That's crazy. Veneration, the act of honoring a saint. Yeah, these definitions are bad today. I don't know who wrote these things. Smoking the One says, I said Kendrick wasn't an icon. You skipped it. Oh, okay. My bad. Said Kendrick. Smokey the Once. Oh. He said, he is an icon. His name is up there with MJ for sure. Kendrick is iconic, but not there yet, in my opinion. Kendrick's not, yeah, that's not his game. And then you said, after that, you said, Kenny is an icon for me personally, though. Oh, I get what you're saying. Smoking the One says, in any art that isn't of their culture, they would be considered a vulture, I'm guessing. Yeah, culture vulture to me is someone who's just trying to take someone else's culture and make it their own thing. So culture that doesn't belong to them. So I think someone like an Eminem, right? That's why Eminem, maybe privately, but publicly, he isn't seen as a culture vulture because that's just how he grew up, right? That was a part of his life. That was a part of his journey. Now, someone would say because he's white, he's automatically a culture vulture. I don't subscribe to that. I think it's a crazy take. But anyway, a lot of people would say that. I don't see it that way. One of the ones that Drake is Canadian technically is not wrong. Yeah, but also his father, was a musician and he was brought up around and in and taught that type of culture. So yeah, you could look at it. I don't think that's a great take about Drake being a culture vulture. I think you could argue it either way. So maybe there's something there. Hollywood Co said, M is not by any means to me a culture vulture. Yeah, some people would have that take though. I don't agree. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. We've got a couple more topics we're going to get to. And I appreciate everybody being active in the chat too. I know we've been away for a minute, but we're going to get back into it. Let me see. One more thing. Smuggling One said, Code facts, man grew up with neighbors in D-Town. Yeah, that's culture is, yeah, it's all about your environment to me. Yeah, it's just about your environment. I think people overthink things. All right, let's get into this next topic. Now, some of y'all may heard about this. I actually mentioned this in the past video when it comes to what's going on with Diddy. I said, once you start to see some of these accolades he's achieved and have been publicly given to him, the key to the city in New York, some of his honorary degrees, some of the collaborations he has with other businesses, that's when it's going to be looking really, really bad for Diddy. Because a lot of that reputation he relies on making deals and sealing deals with other companies. Now it's looking like some of these things are starting to come to pass, and Diddy's definitely going down the drain when it comes to his brand, because Howard University takes back Diddy's honorary degree following ClassE assault video. And this was an article just posted today by XXL magazine. It says Diddy's honorary degree from Howard University has been taken back due to the 2016 surveillance video that shows Puff beating his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel. Diddy's honorary Howard University degree revoked. On Friday, June 7th, the school's collegiate newspaper, The Hilltop, reported that Howard University in DC has voted to revoke Diddy's honorary degree. That's bad. Bad. They also said they'd return Puff's $1 million donation he made to the school. Woo. The school's board of trustees voted to end the 2023 pledge agreement that had never actually been fulfilled by Puff Sean Combs Foundation. Wow. Mr. Combs' behavior, as captured in a recently released video, is so fundamentally incompatible with Howard University's core values and beliefs that he is deemed no longer worthy to hold the institution's greatest honor. A statement issued by the university read via the Hilltop. Now it's interesting because we read, it was either Crystal. Dang, I'm trying to remember which lawsuit. One of the lawsuits we just talked about a couple weeks ago, they actually mentioned some of the things that happened while Diddy was at Howard for the year or so that he went there. There were some things that came out that said he was abusing an ex-girlfriend or a girlfriend while he was there, putting their hands on her. People saw things that happened, but never said anybody. And it was even mentioned in a documentary that we reviewed as well. So it's interesting that Howard is now stepping in, that some of these things are coming out, because it seems like they just want to completely remove themselves from this entire situation. I'm honestly surprised that it took them this long to vote on this. But I think in light of the article that came out that we read a couple weeks ago, they don't want anything being dug up with what's going on at Howard. So Diddy received the honorary degree from Howard University in 2014. Interesting time for him for sure. The video in question was the 2016 hotel surveillance video in which Diddy could be seen beating and assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. The video emerged online on May 17th. Diddy apologized for his actions in the video in a recorded apology tape on May 19th. Now, if you guys want to rewind a little bit, I found the article that Billboard posted initially when he received this honorary degree. And it's very interesting what went down at the ceremony. I know this is something probably was skipped over and not really many people cared about, but listen to some of the things that went on when he got this back in 2014. So this was written by Billboard in May of 2014. It says Sean Combs receives honorary degree from Howard University, and quote, "Ain't no homecoming like a Howard homecoming," Sean Combs joyously announced during his commencement speech at Howard University, where he received a standing ovation and Diddy chants from the crowd. Woo, man, if only they knew. Add Dr. Diddy Combs to the long list of names for Sean Combs, the music mogul who recently changed his name back to Puff Daddy.
Hey, yo.
Received an honorary degree in humanities from Howard University during a commencement ceremony on the morning of May 10th. Ain't no homecoming like a Howard homecoming, Combs joyously announced during his speech at Howard University, where he received a standing ovation and Diddy chants from the class of 2014. Class of 2014, where y'all at, man? He said, and it feels good to be home. Oh my gosh. Howard University didn't just change my life, it entered my soul. My heart, my being, and my spirit, said Combs, a former business major at Howard who left after 2 years in 1990. Nobody is going to invite you to the front of the line. You got to push your way to the front of the line. This is crazy. Other honorees during the ceremony were CNN anchor Wolf Blitzer, surgeon Clive Callender, don't know who that is, jazz great Benny Golson, and PepsiCo CEO Indra Nui. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize, Indra. We are honored to have Mr. Combs serve as our speaker. Oh, Lord. Man, hindsight is a... President Wayne Fredericks said in a statement before the event, he sat in the classroom where our students sit, walked the yard, and like many students, his entrepreneurial spirit was sparked at Howard. Ooh, they claimed him up and down. This is crazy. Past Howard graduation speakers also have included Oprah Winfrey, Hillary Clinton, Colin Powell, and Maya Angelou. All right, so that's a little bit of a history on what happened with Diddy when he received his honorary degree. Going back, again, we talked about the article, the in-depth article that was released talking about some of the things that went on while he was at Howard that were clearly and obviously covered up by somebody. We don't know if that was witnesses or not. I'll have a link to that video where we talk about it somewhere at the top of the screen. But y'all let me know what you think, man. Diddy was up in here. He had Howard University in the palm of his hand. And that's crazy. Oh, look who it is. Amy's in the building. Amazing Amy is up in here. Good morning, Amy. Hopefully you're doing well. Smokey the One says you gotta say pause after reading anything he says. Yeah. Ain't no homecoming like a Howard homecoming.
Hey, yo.
It feels so good to be home.
Hey, yo.
They were chanting Diddy. I think that's the funniest thing for me. Yeah, this is amazing. She says good morning. Shout out to Amy. Smoking the One says a couple diddlers named there. Yeah, some of the people that were mentioned. Wolf Blitzer. Oh, man. Did they say Colin Powell in here too? Yeah, rest in peace. He was one of the speakers. Jeez, man. What else are y'all saying? Oh, wow, Candy Lady's in here. What's up, Candy Lady? It's been a long minute. I can't even say a minute. It's been an hour. Shout out to Candy Lady. Hollywood Coast said, imagine one of Diddy's people's talking to him, and when they say something Diddy to him, they be like, no, you. What? Oh man, I butchered that. Imagine one of Diddy's people talking to him, And when they say something, to him, man, yeah, Cole, you lost me, man. Punctuation is a beautiful thing, but I appreciate if you can resend it, I'll read it, and I probably just ruined it anyway. All right, we got a couple more things to get. We got a translator in here. Smoking the One said, instead of saying no Diddy, they say to him, no you. Oh man. That was bad. That was really bad. No you instead of no Diddy. He said, thank you, my neighbors. All right, let's get into this next one. Now, this one, oh boy. This one is going to be deep. So again, if some of y'all watching, if you have the attention span of a grain of salt, you might want to just take a minute on this video. You guys have heard me mention in the past about Gamma. I brought it up. I've hinted at some of the things that might be going on with this Gamma, this company called Gamma. They're a big music company. They've got a lot of pull in the music industry, and they're just growing more and more every single day. Right? They have several artists who are signed to them. They have artists catalogs that they own, and it has been rumored that Drake actually has a stake in a piece of this company, which owns a lot of the masters or catalogs of some of the major artists out there and some of even the major music groups. So recently, Joe Budden sat down with the CEO of Gamma. Our guy Larry Jackson over there is doing some crazy and interesting things with Gamma. We're going to listen to what he said here. Shout out to DJ Academics for posting this. He said, Joe Budden sat down with Larry Jackson, the CEO of Gamma, and told him about his theory that Drake works with Gamma and is somehow involved in the business of these artists. Now, listen very carefully to what Larry Jackson says, and we're going to break it down here in a second.
As much as I love and respect you, I certainly threw out some wild theories regarding Gamma as it pertains to Drake and why people may be so angry at him. Totally unfounded and without basis and merit. But it was a fun pod. It was a fun pod to try to discover some of these things without jamming you up, because I don't really want, now that I'm with you, I don't want to include you in my mess. But do you think that Drake's deals are a point of contention for his peers?
I can't answer that question. That's not appropriate on my place. I have to definitely display good cultural etiquette. So,
good cultural etiquette. What? That's the first time I've heard that phrase used. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. He said basically he's saying he doesn't want to get anybody upset. But it's going to happen sooner or later, Larry. We know if what Kendrick says is true, there's moles in Drake's camp. I'm sure there's moles in Gamma's camp too. The information is going to get out what's going on with Gamma. Whether people believe it or not, it's fine. Let's go ahead and answer the questions, my guy.
Cultural etiquette. So, do you like your water? Would you like any ice with that?
No, this is excellent. This is some of the best water I've had.
It's good, no?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's called deflecting.
Okay, well, I wouldn't say my wild theory. My wild theory was that Drake had to have some type of hand in Gamma, which is why he's promoting Ross albums and Sexy Red. And
yo, why does Joe look so nervous? Joe, are you good, man? Look at I did not mean to pause it right there. Joe, what's going on, man? Like, he's looking down, looking around. Are you good? Joe looks a little nervous, man. I've never seen Joe this chill.
As much
Hold
as
on,
I
let me
love
run
and
this
respect
back.
you, I certainly threw out some wild theories regarding Gamma as it pertains to Drake and why people may be so angry at him. Totally unfounded and without basis and merit. But
none of this is true, all right? I'm just saying this is what people are saying. I'm not saying this. This is what people are saying, Larry. You know how people are. Boy, Joe is looking awfully shaky.
It was a fun pod. It was a fun pod to try to discover some of these things without jamming you up, because I don't really want, now that I'm with you, I don't want to include you in my mess. But do you think that Drake's deals are a point of contention for his peers?
Why he look so nervous?
I can't answer that question. It's not appropriate or my place. I have to definitely display good cultural etiquette. So,
cultural
you like
etiquette.
your water? Would you like any ice with that?
No, this is excellent. This is some of the best water I've had.
It's good, no?
No, it's good.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay, well, I'll at least say my wild theory.
Deflection. That was
My
wow.
wild theory was that Drake had to have some type of hand in Gamma, which is why he's promoting Ross albums and Sexy Red. And he must have some type of deal that's not even available to other people, to whereas he gets to be the owner and player, or player and whatever that other title is, like Herb Williams used to be for the Knicks, player coach. Like, he's just twofold right.
But I don't know what Joe is saying. I don't know what Joe is saying here, because Drake has OVO. So he's been doing this. Kendrick Lamar has PG Lane. What is he talking about? Joe, it's clear. Again, Joe's an industry guy. He's got to be careful. He wants to be friends with Larry Jackson. He's got to be careful of how he says things. But just ask the question, man. Like, God dang. Hold on.
To have some type of hand in Gamma, which is why he's promoting Ross albums and Sexy Red. And he must have some type of deal that's not even available to other people, to whereas he gets to be the owner and player, or player and whatever that other title is. Like,
yeah, this is just, to me, this is a dumb question. Artists have been doing this. YMCMB, you got Birdman. The list goes on and on and on. So just ask, does he have a stake in Gamma? Is there an incentive for him to work with artists that are signed under Gamma? It's not that complicated. Come on, man.
And it seems to be causing a lot of trouble.
What is he even asking?
You want the truth?
Sure.
My partner, Gamma's president, Ike Youssef, and I went and knocked. I was so passionate about this idea for so long that I saw, there was private equity was investing so much money into catalogs because capital was cheap in 2019, 2020. Interest rates were very low, so borrowing capital was very easy.
Okay.
And
ooh, y'all pay attention,
the thing
man.
that's happened with streaming is that it's provided predictable insight into recurring revenue. So like I was saying earlier, it's very easy to predict what something can do and what it can generate, because there's now all of this historical data now going back to the early 2010s.
All right, maybe it's just me. I mean, I like to think I'm a little smart, but I'm not crazy smart. Did he answer the question? What is the question?
Like Herb Williams used to be.
Because Joe was tap dancing like a I don't know what. So let's go back and hear the actual question.
This is some of the best water I've had.
It's good,
after they talk about how great the water is. Because Joe's over there sweating.
Okay, well, I'll at least say my wild theory. My wild theory was that Drake had to have some type of hand in Gamma, which is why he's promoting Ross albums and Sexy Red. And he must have some type of deal that's not even available to other people, to whereas he gets to be the owner and player, or
what? Okay, so it seems like the question is, does Drake have a stake in Gamma, and does Drake have a deal that gives him an incentive to push Gamma artists? I guess. Joe, you're killing me, man.
Right now.
Jeez.
And it seems to be causing a lot of trouble.
You want the truth?
Sure.
And then he asked, and then I guess he's asking him, Drake having this type of deal, are people in the industry mad about it? He said it seems to be causing a lot of trouble. What does that even mean?
Right now, and it seems to be causing a lot of trouble.
You want the truth?
Sure.
Yeah, have another sip of water, Joe.
My partner, Gamma's
got you.
president, Ike Youssef, and I went and knocked. I was so passionate about this idea for so long that I saw, you know, there was private equity was investing so much money into catalogs because capital was cheap in 2019, 2020. Interest rates were very low, so borrowing capital was very easy.
Okay.
And the thing that's happened with streaming is that it's provided predictable insight into recurring revenue. So like I was saying earlier, it's very easy to predict what something can do and what it can generate because there's now all of this historical data now going back to the early 2010s around what things have streamed. And you could, it's very easy to figure out and calculate and quantify. But no one really
All right, come
believed in
on,
what
Larry. Land the
we
plane.
wanted to do, what I wanted to do, which was investing in the frontline business. There's a myth out there that catalog is bigger than it's ever become.
Okay, so just a little bit of a, oh my gosh, this interview is terrible. So basically what Larry is saying, when you want to acquire some type of asset, you can use the future earning of that asset or the projected future earning of that asset to acquire a loan to acquire that asset, right? Or to get a loan to acquire that asset. So we could say, hey, guys, we've been studying this, hey, Chase Bank, we've been studying catalogs for a while. We see how streaming is going. We see what the numbers are doing. We see what's moving in the market. This is what Drake's catalog is worth now in 2019. This is what we think it's going to be like, I don't know, worst case scenario average in the next 10 years. We want to borrow against that. And this is how we're going to pay you back. Bank says, sure, you can have this money. Then they take that money, they start this company, they buy up all these catalogs, maybe a Justin Bieber, maybe Lil Wayne. I don't know who they have. I don't think that's public information. Possibly we'll have to do some more digging. And then that's how they get the capital to acquire these catalogs. All right. Jeez.
Myth out there that catalog is bigger than it's ever become. And I think it's actually an intentionally skewed perspective that's been seeded because anything that's considered catalog.
Still haven't answered the question yet. Maybe in this next one, he'll answer it.
Is music that is older than 18 months. So the thing that I'll say to you about the artist you just mentioned is that if you look at his music, he's bigger than the 70s, 80s, and 90s combined. I don't mean like one artist from that era. I mean all of those eras combined.
Sheesh. Y'all trying to tell me Drake isn't an icon? Okay.
Is music that is older than 18 months. So the thing that I'll say to you about the artist you just mentioned is that if you look at his music, he's bigger than the 70s, 80s, and 90s combined. I don't mean like one artist from that era. I mean all of those eras combined. 70s and the, I'll even say the 60s, 70s, and 80s rather.
That's crazy.
Not the 90s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Dude is a machine.
Any given point. Because the catalog that is the richest catalog right now, and I'm probably saying something that hasn't been stated necessarily, the biggest catalog right now is not the stuff from any of those decades. The biggest catalog is stuff from the 90s onward, even the 2000s onward. I mean,
what are we talking about,
as an
Larry?
artist, recording artist, Pump It Up came out in 03 or 02?
Oh, yeah.
02? You're like right in that sweet spot from 2000 on of the biggest catalogs that...
He said pump it up. Yo, that's wild. Larry, you wrong for that, man. He said, yeah, pump it up. When did that come out? Taking sneak sneak shots at Joe. Come on, Larry. You didn't have to do him like that. We all know that's Joe's one hit.
He's
Sheesh.
onward. Even the 2000s onward. I mean, you as an artist, recording artist, Pump It Up came out in 03 or 02?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
02. You're like right in that sweet spot from 2000 on of the biggest catalogs that people are consuming on streaming services. It really is music from the 2000s, 2010s. It's the most popular catalog music. So in any event, not to be too loquacious about it, what we saw an opportunity for was to invest in frontline music. Taking a long way around the block to answer your question, but there's a purpose here that I went and knocked on every single door.
Can we get to it, Larry,
KKR,
please?
TPG, TCV, Providence, this.
He still hasn't answered the question. We're at 4 minutes in. Hopefully we're gonna get there. While we're listening to the next part of the video, I'm gonna see what frontline music is to get a better understanding for
that
y'all.
one. I probably heard 14 no's until I got to the 15th door, and that person was Todd Bowley, who was in a car headed to his plane, going someplace. We had a conversation about what I was looking to achieve, and that Apple was already in. So between Apple, Eldridge, which is Todd, Alpha Wave, which is my friend Rick Gerson, and myself, putting in money, real skin in the game, as they would say. Those are the investors, you know?
Got it.
And
Dang, Joe burped
you know,
on the interview. They couldn't cut that out.
money's one thing, but when you're imbued with the inspiration to do something, that to me sometimes is more valuable than even the capital that sometimes is even invested, because that gives you the courage of your conviction to go out and do something. So all the things that we achieved while I was at Apple around exclusive albums, as we touched on earlier, that one.
All right, Larry's not answering the question. And for those of y'all who want to know what frontline music is, frontline music refers to newly released songs or albums that are actively being promoted by rights holders. Now, again, I told you we're going to have to do a whole live stream on Gamma in the background. I've been doing a lot of research onto what they're involved in when it comes to AI generated music, when it comes to acquiring catalogs and even some artists' name, image, and likeness. And one of the biggest reasons Larry keeps bringing up frontline music is because he's seemingly saying, yes, these back catalogs are great, but when you look at music moving forward, it has even more of a pull in the industry. So I want to run this section back one more time because there's a couple things he mentioned in here I thought were interesting as well.
I probably heard 14 no's until I got to the 15th door, and that person was Todd Bowley, who was in a car headed to his plane, going someplace. We had a conversation about what I was looking to achieve, and that Apple was already in. So between Apple, Eldridge, which is Todd, Alpha Wave, which is my friend Rick Gerson, and myself, putting in money, real skin in the game, as they would say. Those are the investors, you know?
Got it.
And, but, you know.
So again, he did not answer the question. What he said is, I don't know why he gave this long answer. Most likely it's a speaking tactic, and it's I don't want to say a debate tactic, but you kind of give more background on the you give more background on the subject that's not necessary, so you can construct the answer that you want to give. So you can say you directly answered the question and you have that small point to go to. Basically, he said there's like there are these 4 or 5 people who actually invested in the company at the beginning. He did not say, no, Drake doesn't have a stake in the company, which could have been something that was a part of Drake's $400 million deal, whatever deal that he signed, which Larry, obviously, for obvious reasons, he didn't even mention Drake in this interview, that we heard anyway, for many reasons that he just left out and said. But no, these are the 5 people. It's me and these other few guys, and we invested in the company. Now, you can still give away parts of the company as a part of certain deals. Also, Drake and Larry have known each other and been involved with each other for a long time. So Drake could have, through another entity, invested with somebody who's invested in the company. So yeah, this is, Larry, you're saying a lot without saying it.
Those are the investors, you know?
Got it.
And, but, you know, money's one thing, but when you're imbued with the inspiration to do something, that to me sometimes is more valuable than even the capital that sometimes is even invested, because that gives you the courage of your conviction to go out and do something. So all the things that we achieved while I was at Apple,
I don't know what he's saying.
Albums, as we touched on earlier, that one, I probably heard.
So I want to go through and watch this full interview. I haven't watched the full thing yet. Someone in the comments on Twitter made an actual great point, which I think it plays into somewhat of what Larry wanted to say, but obviously couldn't. This person says, if you understand the terms he's using and read between the lines, it sounds like that $400 million deal that Drake got included a percentage of the publishing on all of the music and catalogs that Gamma now owns. I didn't hear him say that in this section, but maybe he said it in the full interview. And what is considered to be an artist's catalog is music that was released at least a year and a half back, then backwards from there. So either the AI technology that Larry spoke about was used to calculate how much money those artists' catalogs would have generated up to a certain negotiated point in time and paid Drake that money up front, or he received the $400 million and a percentage of the publishing of those catalogs. Either way, it seems like he has some form of ownership in these artists' music. Yeah, it's hard to tell that from these clips that we just saw, but it's clear that Larry does not want to answer certain questions directly, which there's a lot at stake here, so it's understandable. Now, I did want to give you guys more of a little bit of insight into his background in case you didn't know who he was. You can still do your own research, but this is what I got from the amazing ChatGPT. Speaking of AI. All right, so what is Larry's career in music? Larry Jackson has had a significant impact on the music industry through various roles. All right, now listen to some of the things that are mentioned here. Early in his career, Jackson started in the music industry at a young age. He began his career as a teenage music director at a radio station in San Francisco, Interscope Records. What? He worked at Interscope Records, where he collaborated with major artists and played a role in marketing and A&R. Wow. Apple Music. Jackson made a substantial, mark at Apple Music, where he served as the global creative director. He was instrumental in shaping Apple Music's identity, curating content, and developing partnerships with artists. Beats Music. Before his role at Apple Music, Jackson worked at Beats Music, which was acquired by Apple. He played a critical role in the transition and the development of Apple Music. Now, here's how he is connected or involved with Drake. Larry Jackson's association with Drake is noteworthy. Apple's music executive, Jackson was instrumental in securing exclusive rights and collaborations for Apple Music. One of the most significant partnerships was with Drake. Under Jackson's guidance, Drake released several exclusive projects on Apple Music, including the album Views, which was a major success and helped boost the platform's popularity. Maybe some favors being traded there. Influence and collaborations. Jackson has been known for his ability to forge strong relationship with artists, and his collaboration with Drake is a testament to his influence in the industry. He's worked closely with Drake to ensure that his music was effectively marketed and distributed through Apple Music. The CEO of Gamma. So last year in March, Larry Jackson co-founded and became the CEO of Gamma, a media company with a focus on music, film, and entertainment. Gamma aims to provide artists with greater control over their works and finances, differentiating itself from a traditional record labels. The company has attracted significant attention and investment highlighting Jackson's continued influence and vision in the music industry. In summary, Jackson is a dynamic figure in the music industry with a career spanning radio, record labels, music, and digital music platforms. His work with Apple Music, particularly his strategic partnership with Drake, has left a lasting impact. As CEO of Gamma, Jackson continues to innovate and shape the future of music and entertainment. There's a lot to unpack there, y'all. A lot to unpack, and we're probably going to get into it in another video, but I want you guys to just look at all the things that are connected. You can even look at some of the artists that are signed to them. I know French Montana is one of the biggest name artists that is signed to them right now. Rick Ross was having issues with Drake over some things that were going on with French Montana. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes we don't know yet, but rest assured that we're going to hear more information about that soon. All right, let me see. What are y'all saying in the chat about this? What do y'all think? We've got a couple people in the chat talking about the water. Y'all are going crazy about the water, man. Candy Lady says she likes my t-shirt. Yeah, this is one of my new favorites. Smoking the One said, not Joe trying to water his... Joe was looking kind of nervous, man. I felt bad for him. Joe knows, Smoking the One says, Joe knows damn well he was speaking with correct knowledge. He knows what's on. Hollywood Coast said that water looked refreshing. Candy Lady said, I'm not one of those people that can taste the difference in water. Oh man, if you go from Deer Park to Smart Water, you can taste the difference. Trust me. Smoking the One says, let me make this so it fits on the screen. Give me 1 second. Smoking the One says, ClassE, because Joe knows the truth already. It wasn't a theory, though. Someone gave him the truth, and now it looks like after exposure, he had to kill it. Yeah, Joe was holding back so much. It's crazy. Amy said there's a difference. Life water is the truth when it's freezing cold. Yeah, I love cold water. Let me see. What else are y'all saying in here? Amy says, does anyone else feel like they're truly scared to speak the truth, speak freely? They're acting like someone is there making sure they are kept in check. Joe was looking, look at this dude. Look at Joe at the beginning.
As much as I love and respect you, I certainly threw out some wild theories.
He looks like he was reading the notes in his mind. Like, okay, what questions am I going to ask? Like, look at his body language. I wish we could get a body language expert to look at this video and just kind of figure out what is going on in his mind. Look at him.
Regarding Gamma as it pertains to Drake and why people may be so angry at him. Totally unfounded and without basis and merit. But it was a fun pod. It was a fun pod to try to discover some of these things without jamming you up, because I don't really want that. I'm with you. I don't want to include you in my mess.
Look at this. Hey, Joe was, man, he was nervous. That's why they had the water there. Look at how much water he's drank compared to this one. Larry's over there chilling. All right, now I'm over analyzing this. Joe, he about drank half of his glass of water. He was struggling, man. Smoking the One says, Drake definitely had me singing in the mirror with the light-skinned face when Take Care dropped. Hey, that was all of us. Except me. Except for me. I wasn't doing that. What Drummer said, he still hasn't answered, has he? No. Amy says, I bet Diddy likes the name Interscope.
Hey, yo.
Amy. Oh, man. I like this side of Amy. Smoking the One says, I'd pick the industry apart if they had me in there. I'm calling everyone out. Yep. And then on the way home, man, that brake line. We didn't even know they had brake lines in cars in 2024. It was good knowing you, Smoking the One.
Final round. Fight.
Yeah, Smokey's up out of here. He said we was talking about water for a minute. Yeah, Hollywood Coast said, just get in, get the money, and get out. Oh man, Yeah, Quick is in here too. What's up, Quick? He said definitely nervous. Oh, Joe was over there. I mean,
But do
it's
you
so
think
hard to
that
watch.
Drake's deals are a point of contention for his peers?
I can't answer that question.
As much as I love and respect you, I certainly threw out some wild theories regarding Gamma as it pertains to.
Yeah, they brought him there to clear some things up. Fuck the what they kill me. The truth is no. They're gonna delete the hard drive. They're gonna find the hard drive in the car. They're gonna get you, your cameraman. You can back it up to the cloud. They're gonna get the cloud too, man. You're out of there. Amy Lee says, when I was in college, I had to take that course because when doing forensic interviews, you have to be able to read body language to see if it's consistent with what they're saying. And you can actually see, where the real Joe comes out. And it's funny because
As much as
and then you can see he starts laughing and joking what he really wants to do, and then he snaps back into it because he looks like this. It's like, oh, I got to get back on script.
I love and respect you, I certainly threw out some wild theories regarding.
Watch when he starts laughing.
As it pertains to Drake and why people may be so angry at him. Totally unfounded and without basis and merit. But it was a fun pod. It was a fun pod.
See, this is Joe right here. It was a fun one. It was a fun one, and then
Fun
watch him
pod.
snap back into it.
It was a fun pod to try to discover some of these things without jamming you up.
It's weird when you actually watch it.
Without jamming you up. Things. Without jamming you up. Because I don't really want that.
Anyway, we're not going to overanalyze it. We all know what's going on in the music industry, especially in this business. Just y'all know, man, not everything is going to be said up front when it comes to these type of things. So do with that what you will. We're going to do a more in-depth video on Gamma, some of the background, some of the artists that they acquired, some of the catalogs that they have, and some of the moves that they're trying to make with AI generated music. And some of the things they're already doing are actually crazy. Amy said, yeah, I was in criminal justice in that field before I decided to get involved in the music industry. Yep. Yeah, you do. You take. It's wild out here. Amy said they're both acting sketch. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a brief intermission and then we're going to get to our main topic today, talking about Ye, man. It's up here acting wild. Let me play some music for y'all and then we'll get back into it. All right.
It's true that I do love you and you're always on my mind. My forever love this time. Baby, it's true that I want you and need you in my life. There's nothing left to say, 'cause you brighten up my day. Baby, come my way. Baby, come away. Baby, come away. You had in my birthday. You know I'm always saying, just go away.
Baby, let's talk for a while. Truth is, you know you've been driving me wild. 'Cause when you do things like this, how could I resist? I'm trying to learn your tricks. I can't take it anymore. I've been hurting, still you deserted. Somehow I get caught up in your eyes.
All right, y'all, we're back. Y'all better not be smoking in the chat. Shout out to Jakob Die. All right, let's get into our final topic. And then we're going to get up out of here. Again, let me remind y'all. First of all, tonight, y'all know 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we got another episode of the Song of the Night Live. And tomorrow, we have a brand new show for y'all. We're doing live music reviews, more in-depth critiques of your music. We'll also be doing live mixing and mastering in BandLab as well. Y'all do not want to miss out. Tomorrow, Tuesday, and Thursday at 11:30 at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be right after the Music Morning Show. So y'all make sure you tap in for that. Right, let's go ahead and get into it. I know y'all were probably talking while I was gone for a second. Amy says she got tired of the hand. Oh man, she got tired of the handcuff jokes and strip search jokes. I mean, yeah, I'm smoking the ones that every time I see a pretty officer, I tell him to cuff me and conduct the search. Oh my God. Yo, you gotta relax, man. Amy said this must be drain the vein break for y'all. Yeah, absolutely. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. All right, let's go ahead and get into it because this is gonna be a good one. Ye, man, this guy. Never a dull moment with Ye, as y'all know. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. So recently, Kanye has come under fire by his former assistant because he is facing a new lawsuit that they just recently filed claiming that Ye was harassing her. Not just once, but multiple times and several times over a long period of time. So we're going to get into the article here. We first want to review this video by Billboard where they talk about and give a little bit of background on what's going on, who she is, and what allegedly happened in this lawsuit.
Ye gets hit with another lawsuit and his former assistant is alleging some inappropriate behavior from the rapper. In the lawsuit obtained by Billboard, Kanye's ex-assistant Lauren Pichata is suing him for breach of contract, sexual harassment, wrongful termination, gender discrimination, fraud, and other employment law violations. After a year of working for the rapper and fashion designer, Lauren claims she was fired shortly after being promoted to chief of staff and was offered a $3 million severance that was allegedly never paid. She alleges that Ye offered her a $1 million salary while employed to him, then a year later offered her a $1 million payment, which the lawsuit claims he did not pay, to delete her OnlyFans account so she would be, quote, godlike, to which she agreed. Lauren
Yay, why, man? Yo, yeah, come on, man. This is the most confusing dude in the entire world. Hold on, let me run this back. And it's a shame because I want to support Ye sometimes, but man, he does not make it easy. Golly.
Allegedly never paid. She alleges that Ye offered her a $1 million salary while employed to him, then a year later offered her a $1 million payment, which the lawsuit claims he did not pay, to delete her OnlyFans account so she would be, quote, godlike, to which she agreed. Lauren claims he also sent her sexual photos and videos of Kanye having sex with other women and allegedly masturbated in front of her.
Yay! What? Come on, man. This is the morning show. We can't be doing that.
Rep has not yet responded to Billboard's request for comment.
And for those of y'all wondering in the chat, that was Lauren. We're going to get into it in a minute. Her name is, and I'm going to mispronounce it. Her name is Lauren Pichata. Her name is Lauren Pichata. I know I'm probably saying her name wrong. Anyway, so y'all got a little bit of the lowdown. We're going to get into this TMZ article, which explains a little bit more of what's going on in this actual lawsuit. All right. Ye is, and again, this isn't the first time these type of allegations have been brought up against Ye. You know what happened, what they're claiming happened at Adidas. There have been people in the past who have brought lawsuits up against Ye and said things similar. So I don't know, man. I don't know if Ye actually did anything as heinous as Diddy, but these lawsuits are piling up, man. Piscata, y'all are saying? Piscata? Yeah, I don't know. Y'all are saying it. Amy said Lauren. Yeah, she. We're gonna get into it. All right, check this one out. Kanye West sued for harassment by ex-assistant. Yeah, we know how Ye likes him, right? I'm gonna try it, Lord. I'm not even gonna be able to scroll through this article without YouTube being like, no, we're not doing that. I'm gonna try. Here we go. Kanye West ex-executive / personal assistant. Yeah, I bet she was. Claims he gave her the boot after sending her vile texts and videos. Lord. Lauren Piscata says in her lawsuit she was an OnlyFans model who posted. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll keep it together. She was an OnlyFans model who posted a bunch of bikini and lingerie pics and was super successful, making $1 million a year. Kanye hired Lauren in July of 2021. Why? Why, Ye? Why? Why? After meeting her when he was putting together his fashion line, she says she also collaborated with him and worked with him on 3 songs on Donda. What? Oh my gosh. What is wrong with these music dudes? A year later, she says he came to her and wanted her to be godlike and asked her to delete her OnlyFans account. Yeah, right. And promised to pay her $1 million a year if she did so. She says she agreed. Okay. Piscata claims shortly thereafter, Kanye began to send her a series of text messages, including one that said, "See, my problem is I be wanting to, but after I want to a girl to tell me how hard they've been while I'm fucking them. Then I want her to cheat on me." What? It gets really vulgar after that, with more alleged texts sent from Piscata that described Ye's fantasies with women, including a lot of explicit language. Oh my gosh, the music industry is just trash, man. There's one interesting alleged text Piscata claims he sent to her that went something like this. I'm not going to read this. I can't read it, y'all. Is my junk racist? It is. This effing racist junk of mine. I'm going to beat this. I can't. Is my banana racist? This freaking racist banana of mine. I'm going to beat this banana. I'm going to beat this freaking racist banana for being freaking racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black booties and beat the crap out of my racist banana. Beating the crap out of the hit. Big banana. I don't know why I'm covering this. Not just this, but Piscata also claims he would, during phone conversations with her and ask her if she could hear or guess what he was doing. And she claims he was fixated on the banana size of her boyfriends. According to the lawsuit, there was a slew of text messages and videos and photos that was sent to her, including at least 2 videos of Ye having intercourse with the model. She claims he promoted her to chief of staff for his various companies at a salary of $4 million. What? I wonder what her qualifications were. Is it okay to ask that? Piscata says in October 2022, she was fired, but claimed he offered her a $3 million severance, which she accepted. She claims he never paid. She's suing for breach of contract, harassment, wrongful termination, and a hostile work environment. We've reached out to Kanye's rep. So far, no word back. Yeah, this was a mistake. I should have not covered this video. I'm gonna let TMZ talk about it. Fair use on this video. TMZ, don't copyright strike this video. Just reading the article and reviewing it. Wow.
We are going to start with a shocking lawsuit, a story we broke yesterday. Kanye West is being sued for sexual harassment by his ex-assistant. But this lawsuit, I got to say, the information in this lawsuit is about as filthy as it gets.
Yeah, we are going to have a hard time describing.
Shout out to the bananas.
Things
Super hard time.
That Lauren Piscata claims Kanye while she was under his.
So it's Piscata. Did I miss an I in there? I did. It's Piscata. Okay, here we go.
Employ that he was texting to her.
So she was an OnlyFans model, and she says making about $1 million a year, very successful. When Kanye somehow spotted her
and decided he wanted to. Yeah,
Why?
I like how you said that. Somehow spotted her.
She never says in the lawsuit that it's because of OnlyFans.
Right, but he became familiar with her and wanted to hire her to be his personal assistant. And it is worth mentioning, I think, that when she came on board was within months of Kanye's divorce from Kim Kardashian.
Can I just note that she does not look dissimilar to Kim?
Correct, she does not. But she
or Bianca, who also looks similar to Kim. I mean, Kanye has a type. I'm not knocking him for it at all. And I don't think most of y'all would either. I mean, let's just be honest. All right. Okay. I'm not mad at his type. Okay. Let's just move past that.
She doesn't, that's just our opinion. She doesn't mention that at all in the lawsuit. But she says once she was on board that Kanye
YouTube is going to kill this video.
You know, her boss would text her things, but the things that she says he was texting had nothing to do with, you know, work. It was more about sex, his desire to have sex with her. I'm cleaning this up as much as I can, but
how about fixation with a male body part?
Yes, his own.
Yeah, also fixation with what she was doing with other men. He wanted to know about that. And Charles, you hit on this. What makes this sort of all the worse is not that he was having conversations with somebody he happened to know. It's with an employee.
Allegedly.
Certainly, allegedly. It was with an employee. Those are the allegations. She was actually his employee, first as a personal assistant. She then says he promised her promotions, not in exchange for anything, but just as a matter of course. These
and also a huge pay increase.
Huge pay increase, up to as much as $4 million.
Jeez, man.
And so the allegations in the complaint are obviously insanely graphic, and that's what's going to get the headlines. But underlying it all, allegations of real discrimination against an employee. Said he fired her. She alleges it was failure to engage in some sort of quid pro quo, harassment based on gender. A lot of really serious allegations.
Kanye has not responded. We reached out. We have not heard back from his rep. But I got to tell you.
The funny thing about this is with Ye, I don't think this is really going to matter. Let's be real. I mean, yeah. People already know Ye is crazy. They've already heard the stories. Ye is just Ye at this point. I think as long as he's not trafficking anybody or beating anyone over the head, his weird issues that he's admittedly been dealing with for a long time, that's just who he is at this point.
But underlying it all, allegations of real discrimination against an employee. Said he fired her. She alleges it was failure to engage in some sort of quid pro quo, harassment based on gender. A lot of really serious allegations.
Kanye has not responded. We reached out. We have not heard back from his rep. But I got to tell you, when you read this thing,
There's some of the quotes, by the way, that sound like something I've heard him say before. There's one thing in particular about saying that a certain part of his anatomy is racist. That he was telling, according to her, to Lauren, he was telling her in text that he believes his penis is racist.
And I think what he's saying is that he likes white women.
Right.
And I think that
that's how I read
that's
it.
The way, that's the way I understood it too. Now again, these are allegations.
Yeah.
And you never know. And I think it's so important to say, look, this is a public lawsuit. She filed it. We actually had heard rumblings that this was coming down the pike.
I wasn't here when you broke this yesterday. Did she include in the lawsuit
This is wild,
any of
man.
the text messages?
Yeah.
Like screen grabs of text messages?
Well, she wrote.
Are they
going to
show
the
them?
text messages.
She wrote it out, but no screen grabs.
Oh, God, thank God.
But she wrote it out in painstaking detail. She clearly wanted to make the nature of the text messages, as well she should if they're accurate,
Painstaking
the focal
detail.
point of what people were going to see and point out. Every detail is in there.
Hi, this is Lauren from Marina Del Rey, and to tell you the truth, I'm not surprised to hear about these allegations. I've been concerned about a lot of the women in Kanye's orbit for a long time. He obviously needs an HR department. I think he needs some help himself.
Nah, I mean, yeah, he definitely needs personal help, but his HR department, I mean, this man is... HR department's not going to stop Ye. Oh, let's just be real. He was working with a multi-billion-dollar company and allegedly was showing crazy stuff in board meetings. So, Ye having anybody putting any type of restraints or strings on him is just going to make things worse, in my opinion. This is crazy.
I hope this woman gets justice if these allegations are true. And I am curious to know how this might affect his current marriage.
Well, I got to say, I'm glad you mentioned that because Bianca Censori, his wife, was working
also an
there
employee.
at the same time as Lauren.
As a designer, right.
And
She was a Yeezy designer.
Right. And she was there at the same time. Obviously, we haven't heard from her, but
at all.
Tangled
Like
web.
ever.
Tangled web.
All right. Oh, no, I don't want to put that music in there. Shout out to TMZ for covering this. This whole situation with Ye is absolutely wild. And this isn't the first time we've heard something like this. Definitely isn't going to be the last. I don't think it's going to have an impact on his marriage with Bianca. We know and have seen they already have an interesting relationship. And if she was working there, she was well aware of everything that was going on. So unless something crazy comes out about Ye, like a Diddy situation, I don't see this really affecting him and his brand and all he's trying to do, especially now that he's so independent when it comes to the business side of things. And people love his music and love him as a brand in general. So that's Ye, man. Is he out here winning? Amy lost her banana. What Amy said? Amy said, I kid you not, I was literally eating a banana when you started this convo and I almost choked laughing so hard. Dang, Amy, my bad. Now I can't finish my banana. You can finish the banana, Amy. It's just, well, how were you eating the banana? Because now you got to eat the banana. You just got to break a piece off and then eat it that way. You can't eat the banana that other way. Sorry. Amy said it was a big banana. She said it was a big banana and it's ruined now because ClassE wants to discuss beating racist banana.
Hey, yo.
Wow. Top Shelf Mexicans in here too. What's up, Top Shelf Mexican? We gotta keep it moving, man. I mean, we can. We got you, Amy. This is Smokey. Jesus gave me mouth and lips to do good deeds.
Hey, yo.
Of course, with that special someone, I'm no Lauren. All right, shout out to Amy. That's why Amy is greater than Lauren. Shout out to all the Amy's out there, specifically our Amy. Wow. I don't know what I've done, but I think it's time we got out of here. So let me make a couple more announcements. If y'all have any other comments in the chat, let me know. Snap and Slap is in here too. I saw Wave, Lori up in here as well. Appreciate y'all stopping by, man. We're getting back into the swing of it. Y'all know we were off last week, but we're back at full force. We're going to be here every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we've got the Song of the Night live. Y'all do not want to miss out. It's going to be a great show. We're going to be giving away some cash and a brand new microphone. So if you want a chance to win those 2 door prizes, make sure you tune in. I know most of y'all who are here today are going to be there tonight and tomorrow. We have the first episode of the new music review show at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be on Tuesday and Thursday. All right, y'all don't want to miss out. Live music reviews. We'll be doing some mixing and mastering in BandLab, maybe even look at some other music as well. But it doesn't have to specifically be BandLab, all right? So make sure y'all tune in. Make sure you let everybody know we're going to be back with the music reviews tomorrow. I appreciate y'all being here. Hope y'all have a great rest of your afternoon. I will see all of y'all tonight. I better see all of y'all tonight. All right. Rest in peace to Amy's banana. Y'all keep growing. Keep pushing. Keep it classy. We go. Wow. Great way to get back at it. Oh my gosh.
I wish I had you the same way that he had you. I wish these handprints could just stay wherever I grab you. You said your body count is 3 and that's just not true. But fuck, I love it when you lie, so girl, I got you. I guess I hear you, pretend I hear your sigh. And when you finish talking about your man, I ask to slide.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm crazy, you're my ride or die. This feels like perfect time. I mean, besides the fact you're hurting, that's why I'm inside. That's why I'm inside. Because your man, he just ain't worth it, he don't fit your vibe. I'm like the perfect guy. I mean, I know about everything, so we should at least try. I mean, as a guy, best friend, I see the window. His head's off with your man, so you a widow. Was this my intent from the start? I mean a little. I mean a little. I mean a little. As a guy, best friend, I see the window. His head's off with your man, so you a widow. Was this my intent from the start? I mean a little. I mean a little. I mean. Am I act too classy? And girl, I dress too flashy. Just spent a whole check on you. Since when was you into fashion? And all these fast cars I got. Since when was you into fashion? You like it slow with some passion. I like some good brain. The tongue thing you do's just too distracting. I know. I know. I'm tryna be your next man for real. Girl, if you can't, then I'll do it for real. For real. Who else has been there for you? Who else is giving time? Who else has got a ton that makes you come that isn't mine? Who else without me from the nosebleeds? That's just my kind. Yeah, you just my kind. Yeah. As a guy, best friend, I see the window. His head's off with your man, so you a widow. Was this my intent from the start? I mean a little. I mean a little. I mean a little. As a guy, best friend, I see the window. His head's off with your man, so you a widow. Was this my intent from the start? I mean a little. I mean a little. I mean. As a guy, best friend, I see the window. His head's off with your man, so you a widow. Was this my intent from the start? I mean a little. I mean a little. I mean a little.